Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm your instructor Joy. Let me first play a tune for you. This was beginning of Paganini Caprice number 1. Today we're going to talk about Ricochet, fast Ricochet over 4 strings. So when it comes to Ricochet, it's one of these advanced bow technique which it's good to master because it forces us to work on all the details of a bow technique. Knowing how to adjust, or how to keep your shoulder relaxed, knowing how to keep just the right height of the elbow, and then being flexible with a finger joint and wrist as well. So a lot of advanced repertoire has a Ricochet bow stroke. It also considered one of the advanced bow technique, but not necessarily only for advanced player, also for intermediate players. It's good to develop. So now let's, I made several videos about Ricochet stroke, but basically if we review, we're allowing the bow to bounce on its own, and we're working with the nature of bow bouncing on its own. When you see that the stick is curved downwards like that, so when you just throw the bow randomly about in the middle, it kind of bounces it, yeah? If you're having a hard time to experience this bouncing bow, what you can do is simply lifting up your index finger and ring pinky, and your bow might slip a little away, but that's gonna allow the bow to bounce a little more. So I throw the bow, and then I'm gonna lift up your index and pinky. You feel it? So this is the bouncing bow, basically what we're trying to take advantage of it. So now place a bow, index finger, pinky on the stick again, but keep in mind, try not to be too active with index finger and pinky. You have to touch it just enough so that you can prevent the bow from slipping away from its contact point, but still allow the bow to bounce. Once you're done, now you lightly go downwards, yeah? I mean lightly, not too much. Just gentle. I find it easier when you do on the middle string, A or D string, because then we can take advantage of gravity so that it kind of sits on its own. Whereas E and G string, we have to work on specific level of bow weight. So let's do an A string. So throw the bow and then see if we can go downwards slightly and make 4 ricochet. And that's basically what it is. Now, as you know, this stroke, this Paganini has down and up bow. So now, this is where the trick comes in. So after you allow the bow to bounce, the last ricochet you want to catch it and change the direction to up bow by folding your finger fastly, like this, allowing bouncing, and then fold it, and then you move your bow up bow faster. Almost like as though you're accenting, and that's how we change that direction. So let's do that one. Open A, forward, down bow, ricochet, catch the last one, and change the direction. Again. So I'm lifting my bow quite far away from the string. Of course, this is not what we're gonna do, but for time being, just to understand the basic physics of the bow, it's a good idea to exaggerate the motion by lifting up a little more. Once you have that one, see if you can do couple bow stroke when you change, after you change the direction down to up bow, like this. Here, it is very important when you go up bow ricochet, allow the bow to bounce on its own, but you have to accompany by raising your elbow a little upwards. Not because it's a ricochet, because it's up bow. Whereas you know, when you go up bow, you need to accompany by raising your elbow slightly up. Otherwise, you cannot access this part of bow at all. Yeah, the same physics goes. So now, a lot of students find up bow ricochet harder than down bow, because up bow ricochet we have to work against gravity, so you have to work harder. You have to raise your elbow a little more than usual, so it's unnatural. That's why it is hard. So it's a good idea to start with up bow if you want to make your up bow ricochet a little better. Then change down bow. Changing directions always works same way. Just kind of almost like slamming with your finger, but that's the motion, yeah? But I can go into depth first, but that will be for another video. Let's focus on particularly this specific bow technique for Paganini Caprice 1. So now down bow 4, ricochet, then up bow 4. Notice I'm not doing individual 4 bouncing bow. So I'm throwing the bow once, I'm just accompanying with a raised elbow and allow the bow bounce on its own. Yeah? Once you have that one, then now we do open string, G to E string. So that's the concept is same. All you have to do is just throw the bow. As you go G to E string, you have to lower your elbow. Again. Yeah, I'm doing a bit slowly. So once we're done, you understand how slow we have to lower our elbow depending on what string. Then see if you can change the bow direction. So again, the technique is same. Allow the bow bounce and then catch the last down bow and fold your fingers fast and then speed up with a bow, with the up bow, so that you can catch it. And then make sure when you do up bow, accompany with the elbow, giving a little raise. Sorry. Again. So now always keep in mind it's a 1 impulse for 8 notes. It's not 8 individual throwing bow. Yeah, it's same changing direction. Then once you're done, move your bow from the middle a little towards the upper half bow, which will allow you to be a little faster. And then, and as you realize, you don't have to throw the bow as much, just a little at the beginning. And that, there you have it. And that's basically the bow stroke for Paganini Caprice number 1. Now, and there's also another thing to talk about the left hand exercises, but then I will make video maybe about that in another time. Yeah, so I wish you a lot of fun and thank you for watching. I hope all of you are staying well and healthy and hope to see you again. Bye bye.